Salutations. Boy, I am freaking feeling it today. Look out, Birdie. Please don't hit my car. I am, for one, kind of tired. I definitely am still lacking in the water. I could definitely be using quite a bit more, for being quite honest. I probably am getting in. I know I'm not even hitting a gallon. That's how I know. That's how I know. It's really just a matter of me, like, not putting enough attention to it. You guys quit moving around on me. Here, oh, stuff that down so y'all quit moving around. There we go. That's better. But yeah, that's definitely a big factor. I weighed in same weight as we did the last time. Like literally, I think it was 228.4. So a little up, but again, I know a lot of that is just dehydration. And I'll cover this for those that don't know, but one of the biggest factors that's going to make you hold on to water weight is just simply not drinking enough water. And that's mainly because your body is kind of like a cactus, man. If you're not giving your body a lot of water, it's going to hold on to more water, you know. And so that is a big factor that's going on with me right now. That's why I wanted to get 1.5 gallons, so that way we can see what we're looking like without that being a factor. And then beyond that, I don't mess around with sodium, and you know, I don't really pay attention to it too much. You know, that's because you can get too caught up in water weight and stuff, because it's definitely not that big of a factor. But that's a way I can do it where I can also make sure I'm optimizing my water intake, which is going to help me perform better. So that's basically usually what I do, except for that, you know, when I started looking at that Bulldog and just realizing just how much sodium was in it. But again, if I'm drinking that amount of water, it usually is not as big of a deal, just simply because it flushes it out. But anyways, I can definitely tell that is a factor. Obviously, I'm getting deeper into the dieting, and that's a factor as well. But I'm really gonna start getting that water in there, man. We are on the home stretch for this little vacation, so we got like 6 days left. And so yeah, a part of that is just me like cramming stuff in, like cramming phone calls, making sure I've got like access, you know, footage for you guys for content and stuff like that. So getting all caught up with that, I'm forgetting to freaking drink water, and so I've just got to be very more on my toes about it. For one thing, I definitely try and make sure that like after my weigh-in, I definitely drink a solid like almost liter of water. I think I got in probably about 24 ounces, honestly. I was using my hydrogen little flask. I do like to drink out of that sometimes. And then what I'm going to start trying to do is just after every meal I eat, chug down. And I mean after. You could do it before, but I need to make sure I'm able to get the protein down, because some of those meals are just so super heavy protein. I need to make sure I'm like hungry for it. And then I'll chug down like that water, because I can get that water down. Give me 30 minutes in between. But I have this like liter glass bottle. I might have shown y'all, I might not have. I definitely don't take it with me anywhere because I don't want it just breaking. But that being said, I got something in mind. Stop it. Oh, that sucks. Bro, I hate when I get something in my eye and I'm driving. It makes me anxious as all hell. Anyways, if I do that and usually I'll have a meal post-workout. I won't have a meal. I'll drink a protein shake after my second little cardio spin. And then last meal of the day is typically the high. Like I'll eat like I'm not kidding, it's usually this past week it's been like 150 gram meal at one time. Have no problem really getting that down. It's just that it is a lot, you know. So that being said, I just need to definitely make sure I focus on that water, but that's still leaving me a little bit too little. So I don't know, maybe that's what I've been kind of doing. I definitely just got to start really cramming it down a little bit. It's just I definitely have to base it around meals, because again, for digestive reasons, for the sake of like when I'm eating some of those meals, I'm definitely going to be getting in a lot more like electrolytes and sodium and stuff. So, you know, I just got to plan it out a little bit better. But anyways, enough talking about water. We got pool day. Pre-workout's starting to kind of kick in just a little bit. But pool day, I think the idea I wanted to do was some weighted pull-ups, because we just really have not been putting a lot of focus on the lats this week. So we'll go a little bit more lat focused today, along with probably hitting a little bit more biceps, and then of course we'll hit traps like we usually do. But I think we're gonna go weighted pull-ups, and then we're probably gonna do a deadlift superset. I just don't know exactly what with yet. So we're gonna have to wait and see. I might actually hold off to do deadlifts till the end and do something called a deadlift to a bent over row, which I've made content on before. I actually did a repost earlier today on my TikTok about it, because I used to do those quite often, and they're very athletic. They wear you out. They're definitely not something you're gonna wanna do at the beginning of your workout, because they are going to it's like a burnout kind of for pool day. So I'm gonna throw those in probably at the end of the workout, but those are definitely going to be in the mix. So if that's the case, maybe some lat pullovers too, which also means it's pool day, so you guys are actually going to be able to see like the new and improved like ab workout that we're going to be doing, like rectus abdominis ab workout. So that's going to be a part of the mix too. So it's going to be a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff we got to start hitting. So anyways, I got to get my mind right. I'm definitely still kind of like just all over the place. I think a big part of it is I just need to chug some water when I get inside. Give me about 20 minutes to get warmed up, listen to some music, get pumped up, and then we'll start attacking these weighted pull-ups. We're gonna start with this boy. I don't even know how much this is, honestly. 26 pounds. We're definitely gonna work our way up to the 50 plus pounder. And then once we get there, we're gonna just do sets of 5 to maintain like energy, because again, I'm pretty down today. I'm starting to really feel the effects of the cut. But we'll do, I don't know if we're gonna do chin-ups or pull-ups. We'll probably switch just depending on what's feeling good. I did some warm-up ones a second ago. The pull-ups were honestly feeling better, which is weird. But we'll deal with it. So we're gonna do 5 here, increase the weight, 5, increase the weight, and then couple sets of 5, and then I think maybe a set till failure. We'll see what happens. Again, we're basing this off of energy levels. I don't know how much I have, so. I just said I was gonna do freaking pull-ups, dude. Whatever, we're already here. Okay, well, felt pretty good. I'm trying to think if I want to go ahead and jump up to the 54 pounder, which I probably am. I don't want to, I did 2 warm-up sets. This is the 3rd. I just want to go ahead and jump up so I don't waste energy. Everything should be nice and loose, so I shouldn't be putting anything in danger. By the way, my microphone battery's again dead because your boy didn't focus on charging the damn thing. But what we'll do, like I said, I figured out I can charge it with just my phone, just plugging it up. So in between like warm-up sets or something, I'll probably try and charge it. But if I cut out for any reason, you know why now. Okay. I'm trying to debate if it's been long enough. I feel like it's been maybe a minute and a half. Not really using a timer. I should really just look at the freaking camera. Okay, let me get focused. All right. Come on. Oh yeah, it's too much. I knew that was, I'm glad we went ahead and jumped up to that, dude. If I would have done another set, it wouldn't have happened. All right. I definitely think nice in-between's gonna do. So 35, yeah, 35 pounder. I was talking all that shit about the chin-up variation. I think I am going to go back to it because I think it did feel better. I don't know how I feel today. It's one of those days, man. I had one of my clients ask me yesterday, you know, is it normal to have days where you just don't want to fucking be there? Fuck yeah. I would actually say 30% of your week that you go to the gym, you should expect you not to even want to fucking be there.
because you're not coming here because you want to be here. If you're glad that you're here, that's a consequence and that's a great thing. But it is not the main reason you are coming here, right? The reason I go to work is because, you know, I go to work. I work for myself. But the reason I work is because, you know, obviously I love what I do, but let's base it down to like why everyone works, right? You want some fucking money. You want a reward at the end of this thing, right? So the reason you go to the gym isn't just for the sake of fucking going to the gym. It's because there's a reward at the end of this thing, right? So you need to treat this like work. You don't need to treat this like, oh, I'm gonna go to the park because it's a nice day outside. Like, no, you go here regardless of what the fuck's going on, man, if you really want those results. Otherwise, you're just not gonna get them. And it's quite simply, I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right, that's enough of a little talk for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get this in. Whew. Yeah, the next one we're gonna go to the failure, but I don't know how much more than 5 we're gonna get. We'll see. All right, let's wrap this up, and then I'm gonna probably hit some kind of curl. I don't know which variation of curls I want to hit. I don't feel like we've been really just cranking the biceps quite like we've been hitting the triceps, you know. So I kind of do want to spend some time on those too. So we might actually get a superset going. Maybe a barbell curl superset with alternating bicep curl. I don't hate that idea. Let's get these in first though. That's it, man. I'm gassed. I'm cooked. Oh, okay. We definitely are gonna have to hit the lats again too, just because, I mean, that's good compound movement and everything, but I want to isolate them too. So we'll see. Let me fuck around, get some warm-up sets in of whatever we're gonna do, and then, well, we know we're gonna go ahead and do curls next, so let's get the curls. All right, we're charged up. We got some barbell curls, and we're gonna do some alternating curls with the dumbbells right after. We'll go 8 and then 8 on each side. And, you know, you get the argument that, you know, you should never curl in the squat rack. But I'd make the argument that just because you can't curl in the squat rack, I mean, that just means you're not strong enough to curl in the squat rack. That has nothing to do with whether I should or not, you know. Granted, this isn't a great, you know, huge amount of weight. You know, I could definitely be doing this weight on a, you know, barbell over there, smaller barbell. But also I don't want to. I like doing them on these. I like the bar of these, you know. Nice fat grip. I like to be able to squeeze on down to it. And I get a better squeeze too because it's just a straight bar. So especially compared to those easy curl bars. Those easy curl bars suck. I would never use that for like biceps. But that being said, you know, I've definitely been known to go up to like 135 and doing these in an athletic way, but I'll show y'all what I mean, because this is something that, like, listen, dude, my arms are fucking one of my biggest features, man. You can't deny I have fucking huge arms. You just can't. I don't care who you are on the internet. I'm someone who's natural, and I've got a solid like 17 to 18 inch arms. Okay, so like, if you're natural and you can do that, then tell me what you want me to do, right? But also at the same time, I'm not a fucking bodybuilder, okay? So I'm gonna show you an athletic way to do curls. It's gonna help you build biceps, yes. But also, it's gonna be something that's gonna be a little bit more useful in an athletic sense than just bodybuilding, right? So what that also means is, yes, we may use a little back, and that is okay. Because on the negative portion of this, we are isolating the bicep. I'll show you what I mean. So you gotta bend forward with this, right? The reason I want to bend forward is because see how like gravity just has it go straight down? Look at my biceps. Straightened out, they're looking great, right? Then I can kind of jerk it up. Now I don't need to with this weight, but like say I was doing like above 135 or something, I could jerk it up. Like I can do it straight right here, right? But again, if you're someone who's like trying to test the limits a little bit, you can, and then slowly go down. right? Now, if it's so heavy that it just falls straight down, don't do that. You're gonna hurt yourself, right? But like, for me, man, this is a big part of like, this is the reason you'll see like gymnasts like have just absolutely ginormous freaking biceps. It's because they're doing not this, but they're doing movements with their biceps like this. Like they're doing chin-ups a lot, right? And chin-ups are great for building your fucking biceps. So again, that's just my take from one dude who has pretty fucking big arms to another. Well, if you're watching this, you may or may not. But anyways, I'm gonna do these more strict just because we're doing this as a superset. But as we go along and I get tired, I absolutely will jerk a little bit so I can get the weight up there and then go slow on the negative. We need to measure my arms out just so I can show y'all. Because I get it, like, it's hard to understand just how fucking beefy I am on video, but do not fret. I am 100% beef. I'm no Sam Solik beef, but I'm also, again, no bodybuilder. 6. Okay. And again, I'm supersetting this shit, so I don't want to hear anything. So defensive today. I can definitely tell I'm a little sassy because I'm tired. Oh, that's all I got. These are hurting. Hurting and burning. I don't know why I didn't just re-rack this. My brain wasn't working. But we're going to keep the rest like 45 seconds here. So I'm going to force myself to get a little sloppy with it. Just for sheer lack of energy. But again, this is more towards the beginning of the workout when I can kind of fuck around with that. And then yeah, I'm kind of doing like a reverse skull crusher. I'm aiming for my head, so like for my forehead. It's getting me. Superset. I'm gonna do a tighter grip on that last set, just so I can really put tension on those biceps and put my elbows out in front of me. God bless it. Oh, that hurts. And now I'm like flexing in the mirror. These fuckers definitely are not like 16 or 17, 18 inches right now. They are if I'm fed, but I am not fed. It has been 8 days since the last refeed, so we're pretty deep into the cut. And you know, we've dropped the calories too since then, so it's a little bit deeper than usual. Probably more equivalent to like, you know, maybe more like 10 to 11 days into the cut. And we've got, you know, I got pretty much 6 more days, 5 to 6 more days before I can really refeed. So I'm just sitting here trying not to get too worked up about it. I'm hungry. I am definitely hungry. The good news is I'm eating after this, and that'll kind of curb me for a little bit. I can just kind of get that animalistic side down. But I'm starting to, your boys are getting hungry. But I'm going to get fed well once we actually do feed. It's vacation. Got to hold off. Got to be disciplined. I guess you can kind of see, if you guys remember what I was talking about with the hamstring curls, where I kind of rock with it, I guess I'm kind of doing the same thing here too, aren't I? Something about that. I think it's just me bracing my core with it. One more, I think. Okay. Owies. Yeah, and I would also say don't do this variation if you can't do more than like 5 of them looking like that. Again, it is designed for you to do more weight, but I don't want you guys tearing a fucking bicep on me just because you're doing something stupid, you know? Be smart. But again, this is why it's very important to learn that mind-muscle connection, man. Like, the more you're in this, the more in tune you get with your body, and you can kind of feel out, like, is this a smart thing for me to be doing or not? Okay. My grip is kind of fucking getting me too. Looks like the forearms are definitely getting pumped up too, which is great. But okay, I'm sweating pretty good. I think we're definitely gonna go ahead and get a lat pull down in, or a lat pull over machine. And I'm gonna hit the lats a little bit, but also focus on Chris. I use that almost more like a crunch, which hits pretty good. So we're gonna do that for a little bit for core as well. And then we're gonna superset that, I think, with some dumbbell shrugs. You know, kind of go ahead and hit the traps to get those taken care of, but let's get that going. Okay, so we're running out of time just a wee bit. Kind of got a little carried away with everything I wanted to get done on pull day, 'cause there's just so much different stuff to hit, but definitely this boy. I don't think we're gonna end up getting deadlifts in today, which I'll make a point to hammer down on those. I want to go heavy on those right before I leave for my vacation. So this upcoming Tuesday, I'll probably go ahead and hit that, because I think tomorrow, since I'm going to be on vacation, I'm going to give myself a few days to relax. I might go ahead and try and do like a full body at home workout instead of just like regular cardio like we usually do. Keep it real light, hit a little bit of everything, but just something a little bit more than I usually do on Saturday, which is just a little bit of cardio and stretching. So that way I'm really pushing it to the limit and stuff. But after this, we'll do 3 more sets here. I already did a warm-up set. We're feeling pretty good. 3 sets of this, probably just 10, and I'm doing 20 here of shrugs. Sorry. So we're doing 10 of these, and then sorry, I'm all over the place. And then I need to go ahead and hit a little bit more abs and core, because like I said, we need to make sure we're getting that done. But also, I'll probably superset something with like bent over rows. So maybe some reverse crunches, or I could probably get some hanging leg raises in. Maybe we'll see. Let's see how my grip strength's doing after this. But let's get these going. So again, I like to do these almost like a more ab focused exercise. You know what? I think we're going to go ahead and do cable crunches next, too. Because I've done a lot of hanging leg raises this week. All right, enough for me to be happy with it. And I'll probably hit some tomorrow. But I do want to go ahead and get those cable crunches in. Oh, wait. The way I'm doing these today, trying to make sure I'm looking up and turning my hands out, just to change the angle. Okay. Those 50s feel a little sketch. They're a little loose. But anyway, that was good. Starting to zone out a little bit, y'all. Just getting in my own head, man. Ugh. I can tell my energy's off. And that's something I'm going to have to really hone down on. It's the lack of water. Well, not just that, obviously it's the deficit, but I gotta get my mind like not thinking about like whatever. Fuck it. Let's just work. I'm all over the place, man. Whew. I like these. I did already hit them this week though. Whatever. Whatever. All right. And then I'm just gonna do for cardio, just regular elliptical. They get the bag work in yesterday. And again, I don't want to get frustrated on that bag because my energy's low, which will happen. Happens all the time when my energy's low, which is something, you know, if you're on a deficit, you have to assume it felt like enough. You have to assume you're gonna have less and less energy until you refeed, because that's what a calorie deficit is, man. It's below what your maintenance is, so you have less energy than most people. So, you know, you just gotta have to take that into the equation and not get like upset about it, because it's like, it'd be like getting mad that your controller to your video game is low on battery. Like, you can get mad about it if you want. Or you can just shut the fuck up and go get some more batteries, you know? Like, it's one of those things, like, you gotta roll with the punches here, because it's not like you're not gonna have them. But we got a sip of water, we'll do one more set. All right, let's finish these up, and then what did I fucking say we were gonna do? I'm lost in the sauce, man. I think we said cable crunches and bent over rows, if I remember correctly. And then pose out, cardio, stretch. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. Let's get it rocking. The chair is moving every time I do it. But I like arching my back like that, stretch my abs out. You know, I did regular cable crunches this time, not my weird variation, so I might do my weird variation today. And it is weird. All right, let's finish this up. Man, it's almost using that more for stretching than contracting. Whew, cramped up in my stomach, holy shit. Whew. Cramped up when I took a deep breath, holy shit. That's probably from that. All right, let's get this shit set up and get this done with. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do me a little superset. Pullovers, God bless, lat pull downs, and cable crunches. I'm all over the place, man. But it's just set up right here. I said I was gonna focus more on lats today, and so I wanna gotta stick to that. We get bent over rows in a lot, so we will get those in a little bit later. I think we will go ahead and do about mid-weight here, probably mid-weight there. 10 and 10, just see what happens, but 3 of these. pretty good. Pretty good, not too bad. See how this is feeling. Do my weird ass version. That's not enough weight for the weird ass version. Probably gonna need all the weight. Now these are heavier than the other cables in here, so hopefully this will actually fuck me up. I said they were, they might not be, don't feel like it. Not too bad. I'm really trying not to get out of frame for you guys, so I didn't back up too much there, but I might go ahead and do the kneeling ones today. I don't know. We'll see. Let me play around with this a little bit. You know what? Let's keep the theme. Chin up variation. And honestly, let's go suicide grip. Ay, ay, ay. Oh. All right. Those did feel pretty good. Just trying to get these done. Taking y'all off. Y'all are clipped to my head. Goodness me. Not bad. One more. I'm not going to use a suicide grip here because I might need to use my biceps a little bit. Not going to lie. Goodness gracious. Yeah, we're gonna have to start doing some unilateral work there too. I feel some evenness. All right, we're getting weird with it. Hopefully I'm in frame. If not, it is what it is. Ooh, yeah, I definitely felt it more with that one. Able to crunch better. Anyways, I'm done. I'm fucking burnt toast right now. So we're gonna go find a place to pose out and call it a day. I am tired, but let's just see what we got going on here. See if we got better pump than we did last pull day, because I did do a little bit of posing that day too. Definitely looking leaner, just flat, you know. Like definitely, I mean, you can see the chest muscles contracting in my chest. So we're starting to lose some body fat for sure, but try scooting y'all back a bit. Just a wee bit, lads. Hope that's okay. And also maybe center y'all up just a little bit. Still learning. That's better. That's better. Yeah, I mean, it's looking definitely a lot better, but I'm ready to have some food and carbs and stuff. Let's get a lat spread. And let's see the back, ladies and gentlemen. A little uneven. Oh, can't wait to see what that looks like. And then you can kind of see a side profile too, just to kind of see, you know, like I have that kind of thin waist, I'm just wide, you know? So like, let me get a vacuum going. See what I mean? Anterior pelvic tilt. Really should have my pants pulled up to there to be even. Whew. Definitely need to work on that. That's interesting. But anyways, I'm done posing, y'all. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go do some cardio and stretch, and then I'll see y'all in the car. All right, we are all done. There is a couple smoking a cigarette next to me in the gym parking lot. I will say, this is the kind of gym that I don't think they care if you smoke anything, really. Like, they are definitely an old school gym. They are not here to test you about your health. They are here to make sure that you are lifting weights, and that's about it. But hey, that's, as long as they give me some of the best fucking workout, best exercise equipment in town, which they do have some of the best exercise equipment in town, I'll keep coming here. So that's why you guys see me coming here so much. I have a lot of people hit me up. People think I'm associated with them. I have no affiliation with this gym at all. Like, whatsoever. I come here because I genuinely like to. On top of, you know, it's pretty close to my house. So compared to some of the other gyms, that's the main reason you guys will see me come here. But yeah, I'm not affiliated in any way. So there's that little bomb for you. I'm not affiliated with any gym, really. You guys will see me posting stuff about hot works and stuff, but the only thing we got going on really there is just that, like, I'll post a couple pieces of content there a week, just so I can get like a free membership there, basically. But I'm not really I'm not committed to any gym whatsoever. I'm not that guy. You know, I'm sure over the next coming years I'll have a lot of gyms hit me up. And again, if we can work out something like I do with Hot Works, right? I post you if I work out there, then that's fine. But I have no interest in getting any affiliation with any gym. Ever since I worked for 10 Fitness, which was the gym I worked for in person, like, I have no desire to work. I have no desire to work for anyone at all, period, besides me. So we'll start there. But I don't want to be affiliated with any certain gym, because then they can tell you, oh, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that, and I'm not doing that. No, like, if we cannot agree on what I can do, we're gonna do what I did at Anytime Fitness, and I'm just gonna cancel my membership and I'll go somewhere else. Like, that's just the way I am, man. Like, it's the way I want to be. It's the way I've designed my life. It's the way my fitness goal is set up, so that I can make the content I want to make for you guys and not feel like I have to be any certain way. Like, I can be as authentic as absolutely possible with you guys, which is what I want to do. So that's what we're going to do. But anyways, pretty damn good workout. You know, I'm definitely tired, don't get me wrong, but I do feel like we got a very decent pump going.
I'm just very, very hungry. I think what I'm going to eat when I get home, we got some of these air fryable like chicken nuggets. I think they're Bear, if that's the Simply Bear or something like that is the brand, I think, if you guys want to look those up. But they're roughly 16 grams of protein to 160 calories per serving. And so I'm probably going to eat that maybe with some ranch. Probably 16 ounces. And I think 3 ounces is a serving. So you do the math on that one. But decent amount of protein. And then again, what I'll probably be eating for later today after my second workout, which I don't know if we're going to go up to Hot Works today or not. We'll see. We'll see. I might, because I do need to get that stretching in. That's why I do like going to Hot Works. They are definitely the spot for me as far as my recovery work stuff goes. Like that red hot red light sauna is where it's at, man. And it's just like you can do workouts and stuff in there too, like with cardio and stuff. So I do like going up there and getting that done compared to just walking on a treadmill. But I don't know. I'm really tired today. We might just walk on a treadmill. We'll see what happens. I already got my content recorded there this week, so all I got to do is edit it. And I honestly still got to get some stuff recorded today. So again, so much just like trying to fit stuff in before this vacation. And then also coming up with a game plan to make sure I don't go just too crazy during this vacation. I am designing, because that's the thing, guys, just because you're going on vacation doesn't mean you need to go fucking nuts for all of vacation. Now, it's one thing if it's like a mini vacation, it's like 3 or 4 days long. But if you're gonna be gone like I am for like 9 fucking days, you can't do that. Like you cannot go willy fucking nilly and expect nothing bad to happen for you. That's not how this fucking world works, okay? So I'm working on a game plan. I think the big part of the game plan so far we kind of got nailed down is that I will be taking, enjoying myself probably that first couple days. So we go up there on Thursday. Thursday's a lot of traveling, so I'm sure we won't just be like stuffing our faces, but Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I think I'm going to just enjoy myself, No workouts, not necessarily no tracking. I'll probably like try and make sure I'm drinking plenty of water and getting enough protein and stuff. But then on that upcoming Sunday, I think I'm going to start kind of going like, okay, let's get back to like 4,000 calories, 3,000 calories. Let's clear out the stomach because, it gets to a point where it's just not even fun anymore. And so I'll be making a game plan out for that and stuff. But anyways, that's all it is for the day. That's all it is for this week. Again, I'll probably get some full body workout in tomorrow and Saturday, or then Sunday hit some legs, and then I'll see you guys on Monday for the chest day. But I'll see you guys then. Peace.